Hey guys, welcome to JOCO Outdoors. I'm Brian, and today we're going to be talking about 7 basic hunting gear. Pretty much just 7 basic pieces of equipment that you want to have in your hunting bag whenever you're going out into the field. And this is just generic stuff. Of course, later on we can try to break it down more and say this is more important than others. But this is just the basic stuff that most hunters are going to have as a basic need inside of their hunting bag. So, knowing that, why don't we get to it? Here's our hunting bag. So, yes, this is a small hunting bag, but I don't keep everything inside this bag. This is typically the stuff that I put from my backpack into this bag that I'm going to be taking to the stand with me. That way I don't have to carry my backpack everywhere, because if I'm in my climber and I'm up in a tree, you know, that backpack, I mean, on average is a good 20 or 30 pounds. I keep a lot of stuff in there. So the basic stuff that I'm going to be using for that hunt, I'll put in this bag, and you know, I'll take it out there with me. Alright, so number 7. We have our flashlight. Now this is just an Ozark trail flashlight from Walmart, but it's a pretty bright light. So that's pretty bright, a few different settings. I'm a bigger fan of green flashlights, just because the deer don't get spooked whenever you're walking into the woods to your stand in the dark. But if you don't have a green flashlight, you know, you can do a basic light like this. Now this is typically the light that I use if we kill a deer in the in the evening time and it gets dark. I use this. I also have a tracking light, but you know, we can talk about that in another video. So, you know, number 7 is going to be your flashlight. Okay. Your knife. Okay, this is just a Gerber knife. I've had this knife for a very long time. This is my skinning and my cleaning knife. I've got a few other ones. This one is my favorite. I've not had a dull blade with it yet. I can, you know, skin a deer with this thing pretty efficiently. If you'll go back and look at some of our videos, you'll see where we've skinned some, you know, where we've cleaned some deer and you know, deboned some deer. Matter of fact, click on this link above to see the video where we skinned, where we cleaned the deer, and you'll see this is the knife that I was using when I was cleaning that deer. Our rangefinder. Okay, this is, I don't know if you can see it. It is a Hale rangefinder. It's made by Wild Game Innovations. This is the R500X. See it right here on the bottom. R500X. And this has, it's AI, so that stands for Angle Intelligence. Pretty much what this thing does, when you range the distance that you want to measure, it will detect the degree of angle that you're at, and it will supplement for that yardage, and it will tell you, you know, 36 yards at a 20-degree angle. Okay, this rangefinder is pretty good. I enjoy this rangefinder. It's pretty accurate as well. But that's number 5. Okay. And by the way, if you stay tuned to the end of this video, I'll tell you the most important thing that you need when you're in a deer stand. You can't go to the deer stand without it. It's the absolute most important piece of equipment that you will need, especially when you're going to the deer stand. A rattle. Now, this is the Night and Hale pack rack. That's what this is. I love this thing. I like it 10,000 times better than the rattle bags. The black rack, I think that's what it's called, that you see, the black antlers. Those, I've not used those yet, but I have used this pack rack right here. Works really well. We'll give a little bit of demonstration. So, yeah, I mean, I love the way this thing sounds, and it's a lot easier to use than your rattle bags. Rattle bags were good when they first came out, but I think this sound travels a lot further. I think this sound is a lot more efficient. I like the fact that it's compact, goes together just like that, and you know, typically you're probably not going to have this in a hunting bag unless it's close to the rut. You know, maybe when you start seeing on camera deer sparring, bucks sparring together, you know, a week or two after that, you're probably going to start using the rattle. But this pack rack right here is Night and Hale. We'll try to leave a link in the description below. But this thing is pretty sufficient. Okay, I have rattled in a couple of bucks in times past. They're not, you know, I've never killed a huge, ginormous buck before, but I have rattled in a couple of small bucks before. But I know guys that swear by this and have used this to rattle in some huge bucks. So that's number 4. This is our deer grunter, our buck grunter. It's actually called the Hyper Growl. It's made by MAD, and I've been using this thing for a long time. This is actually one of their older models. They do have newer models out now, but I love this grunt call. You can actually take this thing off. You can adjust it right here. Cool thing about it is the further you pull this out, the higher the sound is versus the deeper the sound, which is interesting. But you also have your snort wheeze. Now, if you take your finger and stick it over the snort wheeze, you sound like just a smaller buck. All right, you gotta have one of these. If you don't have one of these in your hunting bag, you gotta have a grunt call in your hunting bag. Again, this is a Hyper Growl made by MAD. These, I really enjoy this, and a lot of people, when they first came out, a lot of people out west swore by these. I've grunted in a few deer before with this thing, so I really enjoy this grunt call. Can't go out into the woods without having cover scent. Now, you're going to use your spray, and probably spray yourself down. Here at JOCO Outdoors, we'll use a couple of different things. I use the dead downwind. I think Ken uses the dead downwind sometimes, and here lately he's been using the nose jammer, which works really good as well. However, I've been using these for a long time. This is Hunter's Specialty Fresh Earth Scent Wafers, and when you open this thing up, it smells just like dirt. They give you 3 in there. They give you 3, but they also come with a. They also come with clothespins. And what's the purpose of the clothespin? Well, so you can pin it to your clothes if you need to. But you open it up like this. It's got a little hole right there. Pop that in, and you can hang that right on a. You can hang that right on a limb. You can, if you got a small limb, you can slide it over, something like that. And then you have the clothespin right here. Typically, what I do is I'll put this on the clothespin. So we'll do that, and then what I'll do is I will pin it to my stand, and I'll put one on each side, one on my left, front, and right. I do that, and it covers the scent pretty good. These things smell like dirt. They maintain their smell. The biggest thing is whenever you get finished with this, you want to take it and you want to put it back inside the container, put your lid back on it, and then the wafers will work off of each other to recharge each other. That's the word I'm looking for. Recharge each other. And the smell just gets really strong. Okay. Now we're down to number 1. And me, this is I think this is probably the number 1 thing that you have to have as far as scent goes, or well, as far as equipment goes for scent. I've got 2 of them. Your scent wicks. Okay. You can put cover scent in these. You can use them. You can use them in the off seat. You know, in the out of the rut, pre-rut, rut, post-rut. I've used my Phillips Outdoors Old Slick Top Doe Pea in these as cover scent during bow season. I use these for my Phillips Outdoors Rut and Buck and Doe in Heat. Matter of fact, that's what's in these right now. Is I use these things for that kind of stuff, and you can use these all season. You don't have to just get these out during the rut. Now, this green one is the Buck Bomb Detonator, but I don't know if they still make these or not. But this is a 12-inch wick. 12 inches. Okay? And you just find it, you hang it up on a tree. What I love about this thing is you can roll this up, and it freshens itself back up as you roll it in. And the Tinks, the orange one that I have is a Tinks. I think it's about 10 inches. I don't think it's quite 12, but I think it's about 10 inches. But right here, on each one of these, this little part right here, that's where you fill it up at. There's a line inside there. You fill it up to that line with your scent, and you know, put this little seal top on, and then it's got this yellow tape around it. That is a reflective tape, so that if you're looking for it in the dark, it shines right back. This little rope does come right out. Let me find the right one right here on this side. So it comes right out right there, so that you can take it off if you need to, and wrap it around a branch, or if you got a limb sticking out, you can hang it just like that right there. The Tinks is the same way. Now the Tinks, to me, the Tinks right here seals a little bit tighter, and it's a little bit harder to pull out, a little bit more stiff. But I'd say it's probably about 10 inches. I don't think it's quite 12. Again, this thing comes out just as well. I kind of like the Tinks container a little better. It's a little bit bigger. You can kind of see the fluid better inside there. It does hold more fluid, but these things are strong. I can hang this up, you know, sometimes I'll hang them 30 yards from my stand, and just as soon as the wind blows in my direction, in my face, I can smell this stuff. Alright, so that's down to it. That's the top 7 things that, you know, I decided I thought was probably top 7 that you need to have in your hunting bag. Most hunters have them. If you're new to hunting, maybe this will help you out. However, we're going to get to the bonus. The absolute most important thing you will ever need to take with you to the deer stand. Your Holy Bible. Now you say, well, that's not a hunting tool. That's not something that you're going to kill a deer with. Let me read something to you. I'm going to read Genesis 27, verse 3. Genesis 27, verse 3 says, Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver and thy bow, and go out into the field, and take me some venison. So he tells us to go hunting right there. Okay? We would not have a successful hunt without having the Word of God, without God sending us that successful hunt. This is the most important thing. And you say, okay, well, I can't fit this book into the bag. That's fine. Y'all have a cell phone. And on that cell phone, you can get an app for your Bible. That is the most important thing you will ever need whenever you're going out to the woods. Time with the Lord. That's what it's all about. Well, I told you guys the top 7 that we think. We'll go over some other stuff later. Really hope you guys enjoy this video. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, hit the notification bell, and share the videos. Okay, share our channel. We need as many supporters as we can get. I want you guys to, tell us what kind of stuff, what do you think the most important in your area is, what you guys take out. This is the stuff that I take out generally every time I go hunting. It's typically this stuff right here. So tell me in the comments below, tell us in the comments below what you take out most of the time. I'd like to know. And also let us know if there's any videos that you want to see us, talk about, if there's any reviews on anything you want to see. If you need to know how to make something, mock scrape. We got a mock scrape video coming up sometime soon. As soon as the weather up here in North Carolina clears up, it rains. When it rains up here, it pours. But as soon as it clears up and we can get back out to the field, we're going to do a mock scrape video on how to make a mock scrape. So y'all be looking for that. But remember, these are the things that I take out. You guys leave a comment below and tell us what you guys take out. What works for you guys? Look, I'm going to try to post a link to all these things in the description below, and hope you guys really enjoy this. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, share our videos, and hit the notification bell so that you get a notification every time we do a video. We thank you guys, we love you guys, and remember, this is God's country.